Good evening. It is Sunday evening, February 9th. You're listening to Weather with Enthusiasm. This is your weather podcaster, weather enthusiast Simcha Lefton. We're going to be discussing two major snowstorms that are expected to develop this week across the Midwest and track across the Midwest. 3 winter storms in all. The first one, however, is a minor system producing probably less than an inch. It's the second two that have access to Gulf moisture. We're just going to speak a little bit more on the details, a little bit more detailed than the previous episode. Storm system develops around the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma area, 29.6. It moves northeast into the Indianapolis area, continues on its track northeast. Normally, the National Weather Service tells us that this would not bring accumulating snow to Chicago. We're just a little bit too far north for it. However, with the playouts of this storm, the synoptic weather setup of this particular storm will be bringing accumulating snow into the Chicago area. The Lincoln, Illinois National Weather Service tells us what the absolute max is on this storm. So we have computer models telling us that the QPF, the water equivalent, is ranging from 1/3 of an inch to 7/10 of an inch. So if we put the max at 7/10 of an inch, and then the snow to water ratio is generally a 10-to-1, 12-to-1, but we do have some models saying a 15-to-1. So you take the 7/10 of an inch and a 15-to-1, it gives us a 10.5 inch max for areas which get hit by the bullseye should the bullseye remain south of Chicago. If the bullseye moves into the Chicago area, so then we also would have to deal with lake effect snow. But realize 10.5 inches is the absolute max. So that's, chances are we're going to be seeing less than that, and that's even for areas a little bit south. Bullseye sounds to me like it's a little bit south of Chicago. If it wasn't for the lake might extend that bullseye. So for right now, the National Weather Service has high confidence in a minimal of 3 inches of snow. Moderate chances for a 6-inch snowfall or more, tells us the Lincoln, Nebraska National Weather Service. So we're looking at, when you deal with a 6-inch minimal, you could push those totals up towards 9 inches. The 3-inch minimal is like a 3 to 6 inch thing. So in general, climatologically speaking, these types of storms produce a bullseye of 6 to 12 inches, and Chicago tends to end up in the 3 to 6 inch range, as we've spoken about before. Next storm system, the Northern Indiana National Weather Service tells us that has access to more moisture. Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America, whichever one it's being called right now, copious amounts of Gulf moisture, especially for the weekend system. Also, the surface flow is significantly stronger with this upcoming system over the weekend. So a lot more potential with that storm system, tells us the Northern Indiana National Weather Service. Regarding lake effect snow, some of the models are dealing with pushing the lake effect snow into east central Wisconsin for the first system. The Milwaukee National Weather Service is dealing with that. It seems like any lake effect snow will be really short-lived in the Chicago area from system number 1, more so in northern Indiana. Perhaps a little bit of lake enhancement from system number 1, tells us the National Weather Service. We don't have much details regarding the second system for this weekend, other than there's more moisture and it's a stronger storm system. Thank you for listening. I wish everybody a wonderful week. Have fun and stay safe regarding these two upcoming winter storms.